According to the recently released Idaho State Police records, on November 17, 2022, a surviving roommate of the 1122 King Road home was interviewed by investigators as a follow-up to their initial interview. Though this interview is redacted, it is believed or speculated to be with surviving roommate DM, who was the surviving member to have been quoted in the original probable cause affidavit, which reads as follows. DM stated she looked out of her bedroom but did not see anything when she heard the comment about someone being in the house. DM stated she opened her door a second time when she heard what she thought was crying coming from Kernodle's room. DM then said she heard a male voice say something to the effect of, "It's okay, I'm going to help you." She stated that in the hours leading up to the crimes, in the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, after making popcorn in the kitchen, she and a friend, redacted, watched Vampire Diaries together, which she believed was sometime between 1:15 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. She was intoxicated because of that. She does not remember what time it actually was, but she believed it was between the two times mentioned. She further advised she made popcorn in the kitchen, and she and blank watched Vampire Diaries together. Approximately 20 minutes later, redacted returned home. The three of them laid down and continued to watch Vampire Diaries. She believed blank may have walked home, and then she advised she does not know what time blank and blank went to bed. She advised she is not certain if she stayed awake to watch more Vampire Diaries episodes or if she went to sleep. She was not certain if she locked her bedroom door, and she was not certain if she locked the sliding door, because she was the one who usually did it. But she also volunteered in her statement that she believed Moscow was a safe place, so the sliding door was not always locked. She continues to explain that around 4 a.m. or 4:20 a.m., she heard Kaylee singing and playing music. She heard who she believed to be Kaylee walking up the stairs and advised she heard Kaylee say, "Someone's here," and she sounded frantic, describing the tone as somewhere between talking and yelling. She then continues to state she heard who she believed to be Kaylee running down the stairs. The interview goes on, and DM states she believes it was Kaylee who was running down the stairs after she heard her say, "Someone is here." She further explained she does not know if she actually heard this or whether she was drunk and did not actually hear any of this. In the newly released bodycam footage of the initial response at 1122 King Road on November 13th, 2022, surviving roommate DM is interviewed by Moscow police on the scene. This footage is provided by Law and Crime.
All I heard was I heard her go upstairs and go, "Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now," because she's going upstairs.
And you heard who go upstairs?
Kaylee and the dog Murphy.
And upstairs to the very top?
Yeah, that's where her room is.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden I heard walking up, I heard her scream, and she ran downstairs because she saw someone. That's what I'm pretty sure she said. Someone's here, and she screamed and just ran downstairs. And I called for her name, but I jumped up and locked my door because I was so scared. And then I heard someone in the bathroom, and I heard her crying, and I heard some guy say that, "You're going to be okay, I'm going to help you." And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy, and he was not insanely tall, but he was wearing all black and like this mask that was just covering his forehead and his mouth. And then I locked the door and I called back, and I didn't know what to do.
This was at 4
a.m. Yes.
Okay.
And so then I just ran down.
You left here?
Yeah, I left my room down to she's that one with the white blinds at the very bottom. I ran down there and we talked, and we just locked the door. We didn't think anything of it. We're like, nothing happens in Moscow, so we just like tried to go to bed. And then we woke up, and it was weird because none of our roommates were up, and we called all of them. They were not waking up, and so like, this is weird. So I called and come over, and then that's when all this happened.
On Season 8, Episode 12 of the Vampire Diaries, titled "What Are You?", Stefan Salvatore finds himself in a vulnerable situation after being forcibly cured of vampirism. In a scene set in the woods, Stefan encounters a real estate agent named Karen. Fearing for her life, Karen stabs Stefan. Despite his injury, Stefan reassures her, saying, "Hey, you're going to be okay." Karen, in distress, responds, "Oh God, no, 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 no." Stefan then responds, "No, no, it's okay. I'm here to help."
Karen! You're gonna be okay. No, it's okay. I'm here to help. It's okay. I'm here to help you. Caroline, she's here!
After reviewing publicly available statements and interviews regarding DM in the aftermath of the 2022 Idaho murders, 3 broad possibilities emerged when considering her recollection of events. Number 1, perception influenced by trauma or altered state. Under conditions of extreme stress, exhaustion, or intoxication, memory can distort in unpredictable ways. The mind may misinterpret sounds, fill in gaps, or even overlay details from external stimuli, such as a television program still playing in the background. In this framework, what DM recalled as the words of an intruder might instead have been shaped, consciously or unconsciously, by the media she had been watching at the time. Number 2, narrative reconstruction. Human memory is not a perfect recording device. It's an active process of storytelling. In trying to make sense of a chaotic, terrifying, and confusing situation, DM's mind may have woven fragments of real perception together with familiar narratives, tropes such as a line from the vampire drama, creating a version of events that felt coherent and meaningful to her, even if it blended fact with fiction. Number 3, fabricated or narrative concealment. A more speculative possibility is that elements from media were not just absorbed unconsciously, but deliberately used. Because the television storyline was fresh in her mind, a line of dialogue might have provided a convenient way to frame her account, whether as a shield from suspicion, a way to mask details, or to exclude herself from perceived involvement. This is purely a theoretical exploration of memory, trauma, and narrative construction. Nothing in this discussion should be interpreted as an accusation or claim about anyone's legal culpability. Rather, it reflects the ways in which human perception, stress, and storytelling can intersect, sometimes producing accounts that mirror fictional narratives. This is simply food for thought. Thank you for watching.